Hello, everyone, and welcome to our next Central Asia Voices Alumni Spotlight segment in our Open Central Asia Regional Interest Community. My name is Nodra Kushpakova, and community lead in Open Central Asia Regional Interest Community. I am so excited to be interviewing our wonderful alumni in the Open program. Uh, Meet Gulnara Tukeshova from Kyrgyzstan.
Mhm. Thank you,
So,
Nadira.
meet Gulnara Tukeshova. Gulnura is TESOL Methodology Alumni, Spring 2024, and an experienced ESL teacher with 8 years of foreign languages. Kyrgyz National University named after J. Balasagin, where she leads innovative initiatives that enhance language learning and student engagement. She holds MA in teaching from the American University of Central Asia and is a proud alumni of several prestigious international programs, including Flex, uh, JICA, and Erasmus, and as well as other US government sponsored exchange programs. Through these opportunities, Gulnura has successfully implemented impactful social projects and inclusive education. Welcome, Gulnura. Good to
Thank
see
you.
you.
Good to see you.
So, let me start asking some questions. So I want to stop sharing. My first question is, what drew you to teaching and education as a profession?
Mm-hmm. Okay, thank you, Nadira, for telling a little bit information about myself. So it's honor to be here, honor to be open alumni, and also present Kyrgyzstan in this stage and share our knowledge. Thank you for hosting us in this open podcast like this. And then the first question about drew to teaching. I was drawn to teaching because I have always believed that education is the education changes our lives. For example, from early childhood, I enjoyed helping others, learning from others, and sharing ideas. So teaching allows me not only to share knowledge, also it inspires students, support their personal growth, and also help them gain confidence. For me, education is not a job, it is a meaningful way to contribute to community and country. For example, as a teacher, we just motivate, encourage our students. And also, despite my professional job, I also do social projects that will help to develop my community. For example, we have been doing projects on inclusive education where some special needs students learn English, the IT literacy in my region. So, in short, I can say that education is the most powerful tool that changes our lives, and as a part of it, I'm happy to be a teacher, to share my knowledge and also learn from others. So this is kind of ongoing process where we can learn and learn ideas every day.
Oh, it's so exciting about your experience, and your response clearly shows the strong passion for education and highlights teaching as a meaningful way to contribute to your society. Oh, thank you. My next question is, since becoming an alumni of Open Program, how have you shared your knowledge with other teachers in Kyrgyzstan?
Okay, so after completing the open program, I actively shared my experience and knowledge with colleagues. through workshops, trainings, and mentoring programs. For example, I introduced teaching strategies, for example, student-centered approaches and technology tools that learned during the program. For example, I shared resources and encouraged other teachers to participate in the open program. For example, my program was related to TESOL methodology, and we had intensive week where we learned it and cascade the knowledge. So our main task was to cascade the knowledge among other teachers. So cascading is the best part of the sharing and sharing. For example, as a part of open, we should also be open to other teachers as well, I think, and always do mentoring, teaching, and maybe doing workshops. So this kind of process happened after completing the open program.
Oh, thank you. This, your, it is can be seen from your answer if your effectively demonstrates your leadership and commitment to professional development through collaborating with your colleagues and mentoring how you help in your community. Oh, thank you so much. So, let me give you the next question. What does a typical day look like in your school or
Mhm.
the teaching environment?
Okay, so I work with university students. So they are majoring in English language. So they're the future teachers of English language. And my typical day starts with a lesson preparation and planning as usual. All the teachers, like we prepare in advance our lessons, and it's followed by teaching several classes. And in my lessons, I try to implement interactive activities such as discussions, group work, and practical tasks because this gives more effective results at the end of the term. And in my also, I spent time assessing students' work, providing feedback to them, and supporting students who need extra help. But in our language department, most students have good knowledge of English, and we don't have like this issue because they are all highly motivated. They have all basic knowledge of the English, and they want to get like a higher level of English, for example, C1, and they want to get they want to pass TOEFL exam or IELTS examination, so they feel the responsibility. And as a teacher, I just my profession is just showing guidelines to them, showing facilitating the class, and trying to conduct more interactive lessons and focusing on student-centered learning. And then outside the classroom, I usually collaborate with my coworkers on improving the lesson materials and also writing reports, some kind of stuff.
Wow. You have an active, student-centered teaching environment with a strong focus on planning and feedback. It's very great. It's great to hear about that. Oh, thank you. Let me give you the next question. What do you enjoy most about teaching students?
Mhm. I enjoy most about seeing that students feel confident and independent learners. For example, as language learners, they have high responsibility and they are curious, energetic, and open to new ideas. And I feel very proud when the students just pass the level and they improve their language skills and they become more fluent in English, and it's most enjoyable moment for me, and it's very rewarding to me to develop their critical thinking skills. And for example, in English lesson, we don't only learn the language, we also learn about countries, about geography, history, anthropology. So in our lessons, we discuss so many topics, and they develop their critical thinking skills in English lessons. And they express their opinions, and they grow both academically and personally. What I mean academically, so they get new ideas, new topics, and they improve their language skills, academic skills, and personally, they interact with each other. Peer learning happens, group work happens, situational work happens, and they develop this kind of skills. And this is kind of rewarding for me, and I enjoy watching this kind of moments with the university students.
Wow. You have a genuine satisfaction in supporting students' confidence, curiosity, and personal growth. Wow. Then, so the next question is, what unique challenges do students face in your country?
Unique challenges. So in our country, I think most of the students face different kind of challenges. For example, it might be limited resources and limited access to educational resources and platforms. To learning materials. For example, as a state university, we might not have, for example, access to JSTOR or this kind of private learning materials. This might be the problem for us. And then some students, for example, uh, come from different backgrounds, from who face economically difficulties, and they work after the classes, and they feel tired, exhausted when they come to class. For example, they work after the school and they get tired, and so they might have a low motivation. And when the students have low motivation, our task is to motivate, capture their attention, boost their motivation, and involve to the lesson. And sometimes I face this kind of challenge when it comes to motivate students when they feel tired or exhausted, or maybe they have something in their mind which is not related to our lesson. And then the next problem is the limited exposure English outside. For example, they only practice English at the university, but when it comes to social life, communicating with other people, they interact in their native language. So the English comes to the passive level, and they might have problems interacting and communicating in English language. So this may be second problem which we encounter in our teaching. However, despite this kind of problems, we try to think positively and grow the growth mindset of the students, not fixed mindset. So, for example, when students have growth mindset, they feel more, how to say, highly active in the learning process, and they might, when we believe in our students, they achieve more. When we believe to their that they can do, they can achieve something. So it depends on our instinct motivation when we believe in our students. So I think as a teacher, we should believe and motivate them. And despite any challenges, our task is to provide very good lesson for them as a as an English language teacher.
Yes.
And then the third problem is when it comes to the larger classes, because when in the classroom maybe 40 students or maybe sometimes more in one room, and teacher needs to, how to say, interact with all of them. And when the larger size comes, it's also a problem for us. It's better to learn the language in smaller classes because teacher will have time to interact with each student and to check and to assess their learning process. So this is the third problem which we face.
So, yes, I think that every country has its own challenges in teaching. As I said, if I look at our country, we have the same issues like the We have no any English environment with learning that because the we ho hopefully in the next upcoming years more and more English fellows come to help our English teachers to boost and motivate as our students as well to grow their English level. So thank you. Uh, what are some how frequently do you engage with a community of practice to support your teaching and professional growth within the open program?
Mhm. So I think that open program in Central Asia is doing great job because in every month, every week, every day happening some webinars, group discussions, teaching tips, strategies. So this is so impactful for all the teachers in Central Asia because we have the platform. So now we can learn from each other, hear our voices, and share our voices. And this is a great platform, and I regularly engage with the open community, open program, and community practice. And this community provides kind of valuable support, inspiration, and opportunities to exchange ideas with the educators. So staying connected helps me to develop professional skills, to develop capacity, and also to improve my teaching practices. Because every day we learn new things, and for example, globalized world, everything is changing so rapidly. For example, now we use AI instead of, for example, maybe 5 years ago we used to do just paper-based teaching. Now we all they use kind of AI, and everything is changing. And in this way, we should be as a teachers every day develop our professional growth, our professional level, to be demanding and to be satisfied, for example, and also to answer, for example, nowadays requirements, because there are high requirements for the teachers, and open program provides valuable support for all the teachers in Central Asia, in Kyrgyzstan, in Kazakhstan, in Uzbekistan, in Turkmenistan, other countries, and we highly appreciate this community. And thank you very much doing this kind of job for all the teachers in Central
Oh,
Asia.
thank you so much for the forum wishes. So, one thing I want to ask about, uh, do you remember or any challenge in your teaching from your experience, um, and how you have found a way out to solve this challenge?
Interesting question. This is actually the problem, the challenge which I had. It was like maybe when I started my teaching career first. I started working at private high school, Bilimkhana High School, in my region, in Naran region. And when I came to this school, they gave me younger students. And I really had problems with these students because in my class there were more than 25 students, and I was supposed to conduct English lesson. And I spent my 45 minutes to just to calm down these naughty students. I didn't know what to do because they couldn't sit in one place, they couldn't listen, even they couldn't write. This was just challenging for me. I came, and everyone was crying. Everyone was so, they are just maybe 7 years old, almost kindergarten students, like 7 years old. They just come from kindergarten and they didn't know the rules of the school, and they didn't know. They cried. They had some kind of. They were so emotional students, you know. And I didn't know what to do. But while at this time I was studying at American University of Central Asia, and we had the lesson with Professor Tamo Chattopadhyay. He was our professor, and he said that in our class we should have like discipline. First of all, we shouldn't start teaching like A, B, C, D. We should start from the discipline, and then we should teach them principles of the schools, teach them how to write, teach them how to sit in the table on their desk. And then I started from the beginning. So I started to them. Now we will raise your hands. They learned how to raise your hands when they wanted to speak. I told them, if you want to go outside, ask permission. May I go out like this? So just from the basic things, it took me 2 or 3 months, and then we had English lessons. So I think before we should have a classroom environment, and we should have classroom culture where we have every student is valued, every student is respected, and every student has their voice. So, and this my 7 years old kindergarten students, after learning all the school principles, they adapted to the school rules, and they started somehow learning English. And then we started learning alphabet, English, and now they are, I think, I left the school, it's maybe 4 years ago. They're like almost fifth grade students, and they speak English now very good. So
Wow.
this kind of
Yes,
story.
it's a
I have.
great yes experience. I had also the same the issues with the younger learners. It's so difficult to keep up with them and to make them ca- how behave during the class. It
Mm-hmm.
really takes time. So the mostly one thing I have learned it from my experience. If we have I if I have the younger learners, I try to use their most like activities.
Mm-hmm.
So thank you so much. We are very grateful for welcoming and interviewing Gulnura Turkeshova. We want to thank you for sharing all of your experience with us and our viewers. It has been wonderful hearing from your work in Kyrgyzstan and the role of in the Open Central Asia and in the COP and in the open program have played in that work. So everyone the will watch this interview and so it's not this is not a live session, but Gulnura will be answering your questions and comments on this video. So please feel free share your thoughts on what she has shared or ask any questions that you have about the things you heard from her talk today. We hope you will continue to check our next Alumni Spotlight segment as we visit another area from Central Asia. Stay tuned. Thank you for your attention and welcome, Gulnura. And we really appreciate that you are our host today. Guest today. I am sorry. Thank you so much. I'm really exciting to be interviewing today, so that's why I confuse my words. Thank you so much.
Thank you a lot for hosting me, and good luck in your new future endeavors. So see you.
Thank you.